This wasn't the same pair that stuck by each other when Remy was incarcerated. Papoose continued to be devoted to her, going to see her once a week and supporting her in every way. To show the world that love could overcome all barriers, he even got married to her when she was a prisoner. But everything is being questioned these days. Once praised for its devotion, perseverance, and seemingly unshakable bond, Remy and Papa's love story was the epitome of perfection until recently. Papoose questioned Remy about reports that she was dating another man after the couple began arguing online. Remy didn't hold back when this swiftly descended into a tumultuous back and forth, accusing him of being malicious and baseless. Fans were left wondering what went wrong when Papoose turned their private problems into a public spectacle by threatening to release evidence that would silence her. Became a spectacle for all to witness. This couple did not support one another while Remy was incarcerated. Papoose continued to be devoted to her, going to see her once a week and supporting her in every way. To show the world that love could overcome all barriers, he even got married to her when she was a prisoner. But now that everything is under scrutiny, the drama involving Papoose and Remy, Massachusetts is more than. Fans who previously respected their relationship are now left wondering how it went so wrong, as what started out as a sweet love tale full of dedication and devotion has turned into a public spectacle. Everything started when Papoose accused Remy of being unfaithful and even alluded to the involvement of another man. Both of them expressed their personal issues online as a result of the heated back and forth that followed. Didn't hesitate to accuse Papoose of lying and even shared recordings and texts that seemed to show that he wasn't telling the truth. He chastised her for neglecting her mothering responsibilities, while she accused him of being domineering and having a gambling addiction. The public backlash quickly turned into a vocal altercation in which each side maintained their stance. According to Remy, Papoose was lying about their situation and even posted a photo that said she. The world has been watching the drama between Remy, Massachusetts and Papoose, which has escalated into a storm of accusations and feelings. Once regarded as a representation of love and fidelity, the pair is currently involved in a heated verbal altercation. Remy is refusing to let anyone, particularly Papoose, make her feel less valuable. Their daughter got caught up in all of this, which made an already challenging situation even more painful. He will never buy you anything because he thinks he's the prize. He takes, not gives. Besides, I own the bag. She reminds everyone that she doesn't need anyone to define her. But Papoose isn't holding back either. She makes it clear that she is independent and proud of who she is. He repeatedly accuses Remy of being conceited and unfaithful, painting her as someone who is trying to appease others by saying that she is using social media to attract attention rather than. Papoose questioned Remy about reports that she was dating another man after the couple began arguing online. Without holding back, Remy called his claims baseless and meant to harm her, and the conversation swiftly devolved into a tumultuous back and forth. Their private problems became a public spectacle when Papoose threatened to disclose evidence that would silence her. The statement, "I'd rather use social media for attention," highlights his annoyance. It all started on social media when Remy and Papoose got into a furious disagreement after Papoose and Remy put out rumors about another man. Remy retaliated strongly, accusing him of circulating false information to harm her reputation. In the past, the narrative of Massachusetts and Papa's love was the embodiment of courage and loyalty. They were the pair that everyone admired. But now that the situation has changed and the drama is being revealed to the public, viewers are left wondering what went wrong. The fact that this is the same pair whose love story had everyone applauding for them is difficult to accept. They immediately clicked after meeting in 2004 as a result of DJ K's incredible performance. Officially together by 2007, their relationship was tested in 2008 when Remy was imprisoned on an assault charge. During her time in prison, Papoose supported her no matter what. His promise to reveal evidence in order to silence her made matters worse by bringing their private drama to the public's attention. After enduring so much together, Remy, Massachusetts and Papoose were once considered the greatest power couple, and their love story was the stuff of dreams. Although their path was centered on love, devotion, and perseverance, it seems that their relationship is starting to deteriorate in 2023. What took place? Online speculations about Remy's strong friendship with Papa were the first sign of disaster. Some people took notice of Remy's relationship with battle rapper Eazy The Block Captain, but when Papoose accused her of spending Christmas with her lover instead of their daughter, things took a turn for the worst. He also sent Eazy a photo of her with some quite nasty comments in the description, accusing her of being a narcissist and that she had moved. Remy, who couldn't stand it, replied by accusing Papa of being angry and labeling him a liar. Fans viewed their bond as a living example of love triumphing over all obstacles, but lately, their relationship has taken a drastic turn, and their turmoil has become public knowledge. Papoose openly accused Remy of having an affair, which led to a heated dispute between them. It all started when they began to argue online. She is seen with their kids on Christmas Day, seemingly expressing, "See, I'm not the one who messed up Remy, Massachusetts, and Papo." In response, Remy said his accusations were false and damaging to her reputation. Their personal issues became everyone's business when Papoose threatened to utilize confidential proof to back up his allegations. The couple who once motivated us all is very different from this. When Remy was imprisoned in 2008, their love story took a terrible turn. Papo helped her throughout that time by going to see her once a week and even getting married to her while she was in prison, which admirers assumed was true. Loyalty, and a lot of people were happy about their relationship, but by 2023, things started to go south, and there were accusations that Remy had an affair with Eazy The Block Captain, a battle rapper she had started managing. Suspicions were raised by their tight professional relationship, especially after Papoose said that Remy had spent Christmas with Eazy instead of his daughter while he stayed at home by himself. He used foul language when he uploaded a photo to the internet, which infuriated Remy. Things are no longer looking the same after their relationship recently took a disastrous turn. When Papoose asked Remy about reports that she was seeing another man, it all started online. This resulted in a furious dispute when they both publicly expressed their frustrations. To keep Remy quiet, Papoose even threatened to reveal certain evidence. A story of loyalty, love, and staying together through thick and tough times. Massachusetts and Papa's love story was once the stuff of dreams. That this is the same couple who years ago became a symbol of perseverance and commitment is hard to believe. DJ Clay introduced them, and they clicked immediately when they first met in 2004. They were formally a couple by 2007. Papoose aided Remy through her entire ordeal after she was sent to prison in 2008. He paid her weekly visits, provided for all of her needs, and even got married while she was still behind bars. He was admired by others for his loyalty and support of Remy and Papa's love. Their relationship, which began as a love tale that inspired many, has recently taken a drastic turn and become a public spectacle, leaving fans to question what went wrong. According to Papoose, Remy rejected his repeated attempts to file for divorce, stating that she didn't want to end their relationship amicably. In the past, the story was the dream, where everyone admired fidelity, fortitude, and an apparently unshakable tie. Because she wanted to be in charge of how their breakup narrative was reported, Remy refused to accept his implication that she wasn't ready to confront the truth. "Since I wouldn't lie and deny what had transpired, I told her that we could get a divorce like grown-ups. Although she isn't saying sorry for anything," Remy firmly replied, "I am not the enemy you are looking for." She wants everyone to know that she isn't the bad guy in this circumstance. It's clear from her remarks that she's exhausted, but she's not supporting. Even though Remy and Papa's connection has always been well known, things have drastically changed in the last few months. What started out as a well-adored love story has now devolved into a public dispute in which both parties have made accusations against one another that have left their supporters and admirers baffled. Their disagreement has more profound repercussions, especially for their daughter, whose fans are attempting to ascertain who is telling the truth as the drama unfolds. Every side has an emotional tale to share, and it appears like nobody is giving up. But in the midst of all the confusion, it's clear that this isn't just about them. Their daughter's welfare is at risk, and their family is suffering. This is a clear reminder of how hard it is to keep love and trust intact when everyone is looking. When Remy accused Papoose of becoming violent during a furious dispute, the situation took a terrifying turn. She remembers a period of time when they were renovating and things became so nasty that they had to contact the police. It's clear that honesty, accountability, and putting their family's needs first are essential to going forward, regardless of whether Remy and Papo choose to get back together or split up. Their pool claimed that the dispute prevented the renovation from ever being finished. Their already complicated relationship was made even more dramatic by these claims, and if any audio or video evidence comes to light, it could fundamentally change how people perceive this narrative. Fans who formerly viewed P's partnership as a symbol of love and strength would be astonished if what began as an ugly breakup turned into something far more serious. Are curious as to what really happened between them. This tale illustrates how challenging it is to keep a relationship going while people are watching. It also highlights how challenging it is to be loyal to who you are when everything around you is disintegrating. The public's reaction to all of this has been conflicted. While some fans are upset, others are calling for accountability. The fact that they went from being a famous couple to enemies has clearly left. The whole circumstance serves as a potent reminder of how challenging love and betrayal can be, particularly when one's private life is being lived in public. Imagine Remy Massachusetts' rock-solid husband, Papoose, who is a strong, loyal man who is renowned for being composed and encouraging. He has always supported Remy through thick and thin, but throughout all the controversy, one moment sticks out when it was announced that Remy Massachusetts had received $30. From overcoming obstacles together to sticking by each other through thick and thin, Papoose and Remy Massachusetts' journey has been nothing short of an emotional roller coaster. After everything they had gone through together, including the highs and lows, the demands of the music industry, her time in prison, and this moment, the news that he was going to get millions in spousal support, hit him like a ton of bricks, rendering him absolutely blind. Nobody, least of all Papoose, could have predicted the moment when it was revealed that Remy had gotten $30 million in spousal support. The sum was more than just money to Remy. It was an opportunity to start over professionally and show the world what she was capable of. Although it was a win, it also made Papoose pause and reflect on all of their common experiences, the struggles, triumphs, and obstacles they had surmounted. The $30 million was a celebration of Remy's strength and everything they had created together, not just a legal win. It takes time for even the most resilient people to digest everything they have experienced. Remy had always had Papoose's support during her darkest moments. He stood behind her in that silent moment, the weight of it all weighing on him, and he started crying, not because he was angry, but because he was relieved and proud. Hardest times, but when he saw her achieve something so important, he was flooded with emotion. The journey that led them to this point, all of the trials and setbacks, and their perseverance through it all were more important than the win alone. Instead of grieving in grief or anger at that moment, Papoose was crying with pride in Remy, their relationship, and their advancement. The victory appeared to be both of theirs, not just Remy's. It had to do with all they had fought for together. Remy Massachusetts and Papa have had a tumultuous relationship, and it is now getting even more complex. Kirk Frost has joined the controversy, calling Remy poisonous and accusing her of trying to play the innocent while exposing Papoose to public defamation. Kirk claimed that Remy was accountable for a lot of the charges against her. Let me catch you up if you haven't been paying attention. Rumors circulated last year that Remy and Papoose were no longer together. When it was revealed that Remy was supposedly meeting underground battle rapper Eazy The Block Captain, who was in Papoose's vicinity, things grew even more sticky. But that wasn't all. Even though Remy seemed to be having the time of her life, she was later linked to a polyamorous relationship with yet another rapper. Papo said nothing. Then, when Remy Massachusetts accused Papa of falling asleep on the phone with Clarissa Shields while he was at her house, The drama between Remy, Massachusetts and Papo took an unexpected turn. She even claimed that when Clarissa heard Remy's voice, she immediately hung up. Remy, who is known to be a strong, no-nonsense woman, got into a violent dispute over this claim and boldly said, "You're not the only one." This time, she picked a fight with someone who was. The once inspiring love story between Remy and Papoose is now being publicly displayed for everyone to witness. Clarissa Shields, who is renowned for her ferocious retorts, didn't mince words when she answered. Clarissa was stung hard by the question, how does a woman with 2 boyfriends get mad at a man who has a girlfriend out? But she didn't stop there. If I'm not the only one, why the hell are you tagging me alone? Claiming that Papoose had cheated on boxing champion Clarissa Shields, she even revealed a private exchange in which she said that when at Clarissa's house, Papoose had dozed off on the phone with her, and that Clarissa hung up when she heard Remy's voice. "You're not the only one," Remy remarked bluntly, reminding everyone of her past relationships. Remy didn't hold back. In response, Clarissa tweeted with a great deal of cynicism about a woman with 2. Every day, the tension between Remy, Massachusetts and Papoose has increased, and it looks like it will only grow worse. After Remy called them out for moving on with a new companion, Papoose has had enough and is finally speaking up. A 45-year-old lady crashing out like this is unbelievable. Even harsher was Clarissa's criticism of Remy for his childish behavior and phony texts. When he disclosed that he had been attempting to divorce Remy for a while, Papoose's girlfriend wasn't holding back. However, she has been rejecting him because he won't lie about something that occurred between them. He also asserted that he had texts from her begging him to keep the truth from him. However, Papoose went on to say that the man Remy had been seeing didn't even defend himself when Papoose was around, even joking that the man was left in the fetal position. "We stayed cool through it all, thanks to Papoose." But she was overcome by Remy's feelings, and she eventually came clean about his relationship with Clarissa Shields. In actuality, both spouses must want a marriage to thrive, and since this one has obviously failed, Remy should file for divorce so Papoose can move on and enjoy his life. Undoubtedly, Kirk Frost's comments caused a stir. He accused Papo of moving on too hastily and chastised Remy for playing the innocent party. When fans stated that she seemed ungrateful and was trying to ruin Papa's happiness, they didn't mince words. Additionally, they mentioned that Remy has dated another man in the past, so it's clear that she could not be pleased with Papoose's success. It's challenging when ex-partners are unable to move on, and Remy appears to find it intolerable that Papoose is content without her. She seems to want to bring him down rather than let him move on. What are your thoughts? Should Remy let Papoose go and let him go? Have a fresh start. Does it seem like she's finding it difficult to believe that their relationship is truly over? By attacking Papoose, it appears like Remy is only trying to comfort herself. But did she treat him fairly? Or is there more to this story than what the media is reporting? Given that she has also been in some nasty circumstances, and that it appears she is employing a double standard, it is hard to believe her charges. What are your thoughts? Tell me in the comments below. Remy and Papoose's relationship has deteriorated over time, and it appears that neither of them is ready for any short-term solutions. Rumors of ugly conflicts, adultery, and other things were going about for a long time. Things have undoubtedly gotten out of control now that everything is taking place in public. There's a lot to unpack, so let's break it down. I promise you that there will be more drama in the comments, so be sure to watch the next video. Clarissa Shields is practically a boxing legend, in case you haven't heard of her yet. She holds 13 championship belts and was the first American woman to win an Olympic gold medal in boxing. Nevertheless, it seems that he was approaching a boxer but wasn't quite prepared to go public. Regardless, it turns out that Clarissa Shields is the boxer in question. The scheme didn't last long, but it turns out that Clarissa and Papoose were trying to hide their relationship. Because she couldn't sit still while this was happening, Remy, Massachusetts took Papo's phone while he was asleep and sent her all of his texts with Clarissa. Things start to get complicated at this point. Clarissa is currently undefeated in 3 weight classes, and this Christmas, a film about her life will be released. The internet went bananas when Remy Ma shared the stunning details about Clarissa Shields and Papoose. Memes went viral, fans took sides, and let's be honest, nobody looked particularly good. The true question, though, is why someone as successful as boxing champion Clarissa Shields, who is working on a movie, would get involved in all of this controversy. Why get involved with something when she has such a great career? The relationship between Remy and Papoose seems to be ending sooner rather than later in light of everything that has happened. Is it truly their fault that they wish to move on? They both seem to have given up on maintaining their relationship because of the toll the drama has taken. Do you believe there will be more twists, or is this the end for these two? They both seem to be over their public confrontation, and the drama has been tremendous. We'll have to wait and see, but to be honest, this whole tragedy is being discussed by everyone, but it is far from finished. What are your thoughts? We learned from the remarks.